In this learning session, we're going to talk about the future of model federation. On many projects today, there is a process in place where users need to export information to some external format like Navisworks, where it is then federated and viewed. Many of those platforms are not even true collaboration tools. So that step is potentially a waste of time. What if we could remove this middleman arrangement where we're taking things from an authoring environment to a federation environment, which is still not collaborative? Revisto comes with many plugins and native file reading capabilities. What this means is we can open up native files like in Revit and export them directly to Revisto, where they can be federated in the Revisto environment. Even if we don't have a plugin for a particular piece of software, we can read in an IFC file of that data. In this way, we can remove the federation step into Navisworks or some other tool. Let's just talk through that briefly. We're on a project, we have multiple disciplines involved, and we have requested that each of them export their information to Revisto. Each of those disciplines will be in their own authoring tool working day by day. They'll set up a Revisto export view to export their 3D model, and periodically they'll press export to Revisto to publish their information into the cloud project. When exporting from the authoring tools, we have many options which allow us to customize that export, including the selection of 2D sheets. Some of the other workflows involving Navisworks or tools like that will not even really think about the 2D sheets, whereas with Revisto, when we run the export from the authoring tool, we get the 3D model and the drawings into the cloud environment, where it can then be shared out to a team immediately and also viewed on mobile devices. Inside Revisto, we can also go to Project and import some formats directly. For example, IFC files. So what we're proposing here is that we can remove a step which slows down your entire team. That is, exporting into some federation tool that is non-collaborative. Instead, directly from your authoring tool, you can use the export plugins to publish your model and drawings to Revisto. You can distribute that task across the team, and putting that into your execution documents, everybody can understand what they need to do and when to get their information into Revisto. This can also be scheduled with the export scheduler, meaning that these exports could happen unattended. Similarly, if we're doing IFC-based federation, we can still take those IFC files and schedule them, even in batch, to periodically read those into Revisto from the file system. So this is the future of model federation, not exporting out to dead-end formats, but rather publishing our information directly into Revisto, maintaining a very close and live connection to the authoring tool, and allowing us to build up workflows inside of this integrated collaboration platform. Particularly thinking about search sets and future developments coming to Revisto, if we start switching our federation workflows now, we'll be more prepared for that next generation. The next generation where we won't be federating into non-collaborative environments. Now you might say, well, we need to create these federated models because they are mandated by some client or government authority. Well, the solution there is for those mandates to be adjusted such that they can accept an exported executable, which is a snapshot of the Revisto project at a moment in time. So rather than creating an NWD file, for example, we can just create this snapshot of the Revisto project, and that could be used as the evidence or issued to the client authority instead of the NWD file. To me, this is super exciting that we are going to transform and are transforming the way that people work with models, setting up a direct connection to the authoring tool and still facilitating your existing workflows, but doing it all inside of an integrated collaboration platform. Thank you for listening to this learning session.